Hello everyone and welcome back to Engineer's Life episode number 16. Since we last left off, I haven't really had a chance to jump in here and do too much, but I have seen some comments and wanted to check out a few things today. So I do want to go ahead and apologize for the videos not being out as quick as normal. It's just a lot of stuff has been kind of going on IRL, a lot of stuff needing to be taken care of course. And let's go ahead and jump right in, see what we can check out for today, shall we? So I got a little bit of a tip, I think, about this here, about getting more resources. So we're going to check this out. We're going to try it out and see if this actually nets us anything. So what do we need? We need the strainer base. For that, we're going to need 2 lumps of iron. We're going to need some oak stuff and some whopper. We're going to need a nice big old whopper. So let's grab a couple chests real quick. I think we got a lump of iron in here already. We do. And we're going to have to cook up a few more pieces of iron nuggets. So let's go ahead and find us. There we go. One of you. Let that go ahead and cook up. I do need to get a sword as well. We don't really have a weapon anymore because we used our actual sword up long ago. I do find it funny that, yes, indeed, we started a pack called Engineer's Life, and yet, yes, we did choose, I believe, the warrior, because I am a warrior. If you guys watch me on Twitch on the evening times, you kind of might get that joke. But anyways, if not, all good. Still love all of you. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we need for this other thing. So this is just a net, which is string surrounded by some sticks. So we got a little bit of string, thankfully, and we just need some sticks. Do I have any of those laying around and about, maybe? Pretty sure I do. We got a whole freaking drawer full of them somewhere. I think I'm not actually sure where that's at. I'm sure it's somewhere. I think it's actually in the other part of our base over there. So I do want to do some expansion. I do want to get a lot of this kind of automated in here a little bit, and then we're going to start expanding outwards. We'll start doing a lot more awesome build going forward. But for now, we just kind of want to try to figure out a few things. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's just kind of the thing that we need to do right now, and find out what it is that we need before we start getting too far out. Let's see. So we need a trap door, right? Oh, we already got spruce on us. So I think we can just do this, right? And it wants us to make a whopper? Can I not use this to make a whopper? Are you serious right now? What if I use spruce? Would you like it? No, you don't like that. No, that's probably the reason why. It's from quark. That could be the reason why. So yeah, it looks like it has to be just a regular trapdoor. So that's a little unfortunate. Do I not have any regular oak just laying around? I guess I don't. It's my food chest. Well, that is rather unfortunate completely. I think we did figure that out before, because we did make those whoppers over there, but it has been a little bit, so you'll have to forgive me. A lot of this is very finely tuned in this pack, it seems, which is very, very cool, but sometimes kind of obnoxious. But I like it. I still like it a lot. I guess we're going to have to just go find a couple pieces of oak and see what we can do with that. So thankfully we have ore excavation, and I've been getting better at remembering exactly what I need to use for ore excavation in this, because I am so used to a different keybind, it's not even funny. Alright, that is not what I want. That is not oak wood. This should be enough, but I'm just going to get a little extra in case we want to make up some more, because I think I'm going to try to automate the setup of this if it does exactly what I was told. And we'll try to get it automated so that way we can, you know, better set up ourselves production of some early game resources. Now, there's some other stuff that I'm going to try to get to today as well, which unfortunately, if you have not found one of those yet, then I completely understand. Now, I'm also going to go ahead and type this in. I'll try to remember to put this in the description as well. I know some people have been asking for this, but there is the seed for this particular world. So if you guys are interested, normally I do start up and try to set up the world with a particular seed when we first start out the map, but unfortunately I guess I was just kind of excited this time around and I just kind of completely forgot. So I do apologize for that. That is my bad. But there you go. There's our seed that we're currently working on right now. So you guys can use that and play along if you wish. If not, I completely understand. There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and utilize our saw here. There we go. Man, I do like the saw mechanic though. That is like a lot of fun. Alright, so there we go. We got some oak wood planks. We can now make what we need, which I'm assuming we don't have to use oak, so let's not. And we got ourselves a whopper. Let's actually just make up a few more of these. There we go. That makes me feel good. Alright, so we got that. Let's go ahead and grab our nuggets, because we did have an extra one in there. We're going to go ahead and make up our iron lump. Yeah, beautiful little iron lump right there. And then let's go ahead and check out this one more time. So it looks like any type of plank. Alright. So we might try to make a couple of these, depending on how quickly this works and how well it actually works. But there we go. We got ourselves a strainer. Generates items while in water. Requires a strainer. So there we go. And these do have uses. So thankfully, they're not too bad to craft. But if need be, we can maybe set something up to try to get that all made a little bit easier and quicker. Alright. Let's clean up the inventory real quick, just throwing things around. Hopefully we can get a better storage setup at some point. I would like to clean everything up, but as it sits right now, we're just gonna live with what we got. Let's find a nice little place for this. Unfortunately, I'm kind of used up the majority of my area in here. Do I really want to do... Maybe I'll do something like this. Man, I really don't want to. But I am. There we go. Plenty of cobblestone now. There we go. We'll fix up the floor back here a little bit later on, but for now this will be fine. I just want to test this out, see how well this works. We're going to do like a little 3x3 pocket here. And my plan is, I should be able to use the whoppers for this, I assume. So we're going to go ahead and just do, let's put one there and then there, right? And then we can maybe even put a chest here, so we can pick those items up. Alright, now that we got that placed, let's go ahead and fill this in with some water, shall we? So let's go ahead and do you. We should have no water source in here, but it's in our other side of the cave. Well, that's fine. I really want to finish this house soon. It's been sitting here looking like this for a while now, and I just feel bad because I do have the windows, and I can start making that, but I need to get some more resources, and need to just go out and start killing some trees. In fact, seeing how we have, like, what do you call it? We have the Twilight open. Could even go in there and use some of that, because honestly, the Twilight has some really fun... Oh man, I don't think I've used this one. I think it needs to be deeper in the water, which is fine. We do have a little bit of glass, so let's make use of it. Try to make it look a little nice, shall we? And we'll just bring the water up another level. And there we go. Is that working? It looks like it is working. Alright, so let's check our chest here. Bit of raw fish. Well, that's a good way to get some food, at least. Some new food. But it's good to see that the whoppers are actually doing what I was hoping they would do. So that is awesome. I would like to try to access this in a different way if possible. But for now, let's just do that. So what I could do, we got sand going in there now. Let's go ahead and utilize another whopper to maybe make this last us a little bit longer. So we're just going to go ahead and get like 15 of our string here. Let's go over here and get us a nice stack or so of sticks so we don't have to keep running back and forth. Alright, eventually I'd like to try to get this moved over, but there we go. Actually, forgot, it's shift. You kind of get a little confused sometimes when there's so many mods that you have to require you to use shift or not. And I haven't really been using mods lately, so that's kind of my thing. I have not really been playing modded too much. I've been playing a lot of vanilla, which has been awesome. The new vanilla stuff, and I might even make a video on that soon. Show you guys my hardcore world for those of you guys that haven't been able to make it over to my Twitch channel. Does that still work? What? No way. Does that actually still work? Oh, that's pretty cool if that does work. I think it's just a graphic up there. Alright, so we're going to grab a chest. We're going to place this on top of our whopper here. So that way it pulls from this. And then, as you can see, it pulls it into there, but that's fine. So we can have a nice backlog of it if all necessary. But it looks like it's still working. So we're getting things like sticks, sand, and bits of raw fish. So we're going to let this run. We're going to let it do its thing, but we're going to go do a little bit more work. So while we're waiting, let's go ahead and get a little bit of this bronze here. Let's clean up our inventory and just say whoosh to everything. Get out of here. I know I got stuff to put all of that in a different spot, but for now I don't really mind. I just kind of want stuff out of my inventory. So we're going to go do a little bit of quick mining. I do kind of want to get a little bit more of some torches set up, but unfortunately we need more of this plant fiber here, which is fine. We got plenty of coal. The coal is not really an issue. I wonder if there's actually a way to make torches easier, like later on. Let's take a look. Oh, torchbearers with the twilight. That's actually not bad. Creosote, and then sticks, and then beeswax. Nether coal. How do we get nether coal? Hellfire, and okay, that's one way. Alright, well, this one seems not bad, especially seeing how we're getting a good chunk of creosote. The torchberries wouldn't be the worst thing in the world either. The beeswax seems more replenishable, but yeah, so that's fine. We don't need a lot of torches right now, but we're just going to go down. We're going to repair our pickaxe. We're going to try to get ourselves nicely set up with some more iron. And I totally keep forgetting about doing this, but this should work out fairly well. We're going to set our excavate shape to none. And, oh man, I totally forgot my stuff. I moved it all the way over there. I'm still like episodes back where my brain should be. And it's unfortunate, but we're going to get this figured out real quick. So let's go ahead and do this. We're going to repair our pickaxe. We're going to go down into the mine real quick while that strainer's doing a little bit of work. Another thing we could do that was also suggested was that those ores could be affected by lapis. So we got fortune. We can actually do that. And it's actually not a bad idea since we can't even use silk touch in this. So we might as well just go ahead and put fortune on our pick. Mining things like diamonds and stuff is definitely going to be more useful anyways, so that way we'll have access to more and more diamonds. This way, putting a little bit of lapis on there will still level up the luck of your tool. Just not super fast, but it'll allow us to maybe have a chance of still getting more lapis than what we were. So we're just going to go ahead and make our way down to the bottom here, and I think was trying to remember where the mine shaft was. Was it off this way? Hey! Ow. Well, that armor didn't really do as much as I was hoping it would do. I kind of wanted to check that out real quick. Where was this mine shaft at? I need to remember to quit jumping so much. And running. That's another bad one. It might have been up a little bit more. What I did do, though, is I came off this way, and I did a 3x3 tunnel with just the pickaxe and ore excavation so we could pick up some resources this way. I felt like this was not a bad way of going about doing this, so we're just going to check this out. So that was like, what, maybe 6 or something? Well, we have very low luck as it sits right now on our pickaxe, so we're not going to get a whole bunch out of it, so we're just going to maybe still hold off on trying that for the moment, but let's try to find this. Let's see if we can, oh, spider. See if we can try to find this mine shaft again. I'm fairly certain we did find a mine shaft, right? I just don't remember where it's at. I think it was back off in these caves somewhere. I don't think it's that way. Was it higher up or lower? I honestly do not remember. There's another access point to our stairs. I think they spawn higher or lower, don't they? Could be on this layer. Ooh, this might be it. No. Alright, so what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to go look around for this real quick. I'll be back in a second when I find it. I'm sorry. I have completely forgot where this thing is. Alright, guys, and we're back. So, I was looking around and, I don't know. Did we find a mine shaft in this world underneath everything? I don't know if we did. And is this thing actually still working? I don't think it is. Yeah, I think it actually quit working. So let's just pick this stuff up real fast. And we're just gonna let this work, because I kind of want to just see what everything it is that we're gonna be getting from this. So let's just put all this stuff down here. We might have to insert from like a different side or something. So, but anyways, I looked back and I did notice we did come across another set of like mine shafts, and we're gonna go over to that, which was over in that Mesa area. So we're gonna go grab that stuff, and I noticed I missed a lot of that, and I probably shouldn't have. So we're gonna put on these fancy schmancy boots here, which makes it look like it's nighttime, and it's actually not, and we're gonna try to be extremely careful and just run over there really quick like. See, these are a blessing in disguise. Just hope we don't fall in a hole that we always seem to fall into over here. Alright. Nice little mesa. So if you find one of these biomes, then you might be set, you know? This is all you really gotta find, right? So I'm just gonna take these off for the time being. Let's go and start picking these up, and you can excavate these as well. So this should be a pretty good amount of, you know, items for you. And then some rails. And then obviously, you know, I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take this whole thing, right? Because I think the minecart can even be melted down as well. And this might be, you know, like not intended, which is completely understandable. And it might be removed. I wouldn't be surprised if they remove this aspect out of this pack. Because this is, seems to be just kind of so crazy. Being able to find one of these and then just having so many resources after mining up all of these like rails and stuff. So this may be something that if they see this, they may be like, okay, this might need to be something that needs to be removed. They're getting way too much iron for my liking. So we'll see what happens. There was a recent update to the pack which kind of fixed a few of the quests, so who knows? We'll see. Alright, so we're just gonna kind of look around. I think there's actually more than this one over here in this Mesa biome. I mean, look at all of these tracks. I mean, look at this. I'm trying to be careful because I don't want to, like, vein mine all of the things. But we already have over a stack of rails, which should net us a pretty decent amount of iron. And then, oh! Well then. Something to be careful with right there. The possibility of just utter death. Alright, well that's good to know. All right, let's jump up out of here real quick. Ah, here we go. More. So there we go. We're just gonna grab some of this. I'm gonna probably say this is getting close to being okay. I think we could probably even do the, ooh, torches. Oh my gosh, an iron, and I missed this before? I'm gonna take the broken pickaxe. You know, just take everything. Why am I not just taking everything already? Alright, so that's actually pretty awesome. So finding stuff like this is just overwhelmingly awesome. Oh, hello. Stay away from that guy. Cave spider spawner. Not necessarily something I'm looking forward Ooh, I see some more rails over there. So this is a really, really great biome. You end up finding one of these, you might end up being set. And if you're playing along or using this particular seed, then there you go. You know exactly where it's at. And I'm assuming these things just kind of spawn in here like this, like crazy. So you might end up being able to find quite a few of these rails. So once you get your crucible up and running, right? That's kind of the idea here. You get your crucible up and running, you get all of these rails, you head back to base, you pop them inside, bada bing, boom, Bob's your uncle, and we got over 2 stacks. So I'm happy. So let's go ahead and put these boots back on, and let's zoom back to the house. Man, these things are nice. And if you don't have these, obviously you might want to like look into investing in maybe a horse to get around so you don't like expend so much food and everything. But there we go. We're back home. Let's get my regular boots on now. Unfortunately, I think I did expend quite a bit of food. So we're just going to have to nom on a few things here. A little slow, but that's fine. I'm not against this. But let's go ahead and toss in these rails, right? Let's go ahead and let these start working. So if we take a look in this, is this actually going to work? Stoked Crucible. Rails, every 8 gives us 3 iron ingots, and it's working. There we go. So what about powered rails? Powered rails gives us 6 gold. I'm going to hold on to those for now because I don't really need gold at the moment. That's fine. What about this broken shovel? Alright, well apparently we're gonna have to repair that. But we did get a few pieces of iron out of it. Another piece of tin and everything. Mine carts, let's take a look at those real quick. Those give us 5. Let's just toss those straight in there. Nice. Alright, so that's worth looking into doing, I would say. Very good stuff. And let's just go ahead and start putting some of this other stuff away for now. Alright, so we got 5. Okay, so that's good. Put those in the food chest. Oh my gosh, that was so loud and scared the crap out of me. Look at this. Look at this! We're getting iron! This is not probably the way that we're supposed to be getting it, but it is... Oh, so you do get tin ore rocks. But that does compress down into a nugget. So if we make a bunch of these, we could not only net ourselves a few other resources, such as clay and sticks and sand, which aren't bad. These are really good to kind of keep pushing us along with what we've already made, but a little bit of fish and possibly some resources. I think there's a way to maybe make this even work faster, but I don't think the bait stuff actually works for this particular stuff. It requires a strainer base, press shift for more info. So if we hover over this, okay, this is pretty cool. So it shows us a nice list and a percentage of each of these that we can get from using this particular contraption. So we got feathers at the bottom, lily pads, obsidian fish, lungfish, lava fish, swimfish, bowl, tripwire. So we got tin ore, copper ore, and iron ore all added in there at a 4% drop rate. I don't know if there is actually a better strainer. So let's go ahead and take a look. Is there a better strainer? Solid survivalist strainer, plus 10% efficiency, and wait, what? Does not break, catches fish, junk, and treasures, requires bait. All right, so that's not on there. So you can hold shift over these and still see some of those. So this one still nets us the iron, copper, and tin on there. Has 720 uses and a 10% efficiency, but does require more iron. So we could maybe look into trying to do this, but it seems like using this one and just maybe making a bunch of them seems to be maybe a little bit better. Seems to be working pretty quick as well. So that's not the worst thing in the world. At least we're getting a little bit of iron. I think we could maybe even... I don't know. I'm just going to keep my buckets for now. I'm not going to worry about using all of that up on buckets. But we could totally go look around, trying to get some more of that over there for some more wonderful, wonderful iron. Alright, so that one's not showing completed, so I'm guessing maybe there's something else that's going to pop up on the Stone Age? It doesn't have a check mark next to it, so that kind of makes me wonder, you know? Alright, so we got the steel gearbox. I'm going to just quickly kind of catch myself up here a little bit. The steel plates is something we do need to do, but we need all of that iron to make more steel. What is this? Complete mechanical age. Wait. Can I lie? Am I allowed to lie and do this? It's a checkbox thing, and I get a chance cube and a bronze coin. I kind of want to, but I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. And then the rest of this just kind of seems... Yeah, okay, so we're still just kind of working our way along here. Which is good and just fine. I guess we can go ahead and take a look at these rewards real quick and see if there's anything from these. I'm not really seeing too much. How are we looking on iron? Not too bad. 15 iron ingots. Super happy. That makes me feel good. All right. Well, let's go ahead and put that away. I guess we could go down and do some more mining at some point. Definitely seems like something we should be looking at doing more often than we have been. And maybe making more of those strainers. It seems to be pretty useful, honestly. Ah, yeah, look at that. And we got an iron ore rock. Now, the issue with this is these only give us, you know, a actual nugget worth. So it's not really amazing, but it is kind of passive generation, right? If you really need iron, it's not really good to just sit here and wait for it. You don't really want to sit around and wait. So that one's okay. But this was a good idea. I still wish we could try to figure out what we need to do to get like some sort of silk touch method going for us. Would be wonderful. Horse meat. Was this cooked? Yeah. So that is cooked. Okay, good. Man, I don't like trying to like pull out of this myself because every time I right click with my bag, it always puts something in there that is gonna be more of a hindrance to me than helpful. So it's probably better just not to worry about it. Man, that's cool. All right. So yeah, that's looking pretty good, guys. This is not the worst thing in the world. I wouldn't mind hoping that we can maybe get something going soon. I guess we could just make more of the strainers. I mean, it really wasn't that hard to make. Yeah, I guess why not? Let's make another strainer. Let's get another strainer base going. So we'll go ahead and cook up some of the iron stuff that we got. We'll at least go with 2 for now. I don't think that'll be the worst idea in the world. In all fairness, what we could do just to make this a little bit faster is just take these guys, knock them down to nuggets, and trade them back. So there we go. Super easy. Super beautiful. Alright, let's see. Let's put you right there. I don't know where this guy actually needs access to water at. So we're just going to kind of guess and see if this is actually fine. So put another one right there. Put our strainer base on top. Grab another survivalist one. And there we go. So this should start working. I'm assuming. Might need a little bit more. They might also have to have water all around them. I'm not 100% sure on these in particular. I'm guessing it does. It doesn't necessarily say either. So, oh, wait, nope, it works. It just may not work as fast. Okay. Maybe that's what it is. It just may not work as fast. Okay, so let's grab another chest. I guess we'll make one more because we have the stuff. Might as well. These are actually almost done, so we'll just go ahead and use those. So we'll make 3 of these and just kind of utilize this as, you know, a very simplistic, basic way to generate us a few things, maybe some different foods, and that should be not too bad. But it was a good tip. And I always urge you guys, if you guys come up with some ideas that you think would be useful in basically what we got going on here, and trying to come up with some ideas to make things, you know, just work better for us when we're having some issues like this, trying to figure out necessarily what we want to do to get resources a little bit better, by all means, down in the comments below. And I always appreciate it. I love seeing your comments. I don't always respond, of course, because there's a lot of people. But I do sometimes see those wonderful comments that do tend to help us out a little bit. So to make this a little bit more efficient, I think we do need to spread this out and everything. But that's not doing too bad. We got our copper obsidian fish. I was hoping to kind of see one of those. I wanted to see what this was actually like real quick. And then we could also put the strainers on with some hopper, like some of these whoppers here. And that way if they run out, it should just auto-feed them another one. Let's take a look at this fish. So cooked obsidian fish. It doesn't really change it very much. It just gives you a little bit more saturation. And you put it in there and get some fertilizer. It looks cool. Oh, it gives you resistance. Oh, okay, so it ups the resistance a little bit. That's pretty cool. We got some more iron rock, so it's not the worst thing in the world. It's working. It's doing its thing. I like it. I like that. It's not bad. And then as far as this is concerned, we are getting a hefty little bit of iron that's going to be useful for us. And we do want to go ahead and grab 27 of those. And we're going to go and toss those inside. We already got some steel made, but I want to use that and maybe make myself a sword up very soon and use steel. So if we type in like sword and we look at the steel variant, we'll just use a regular sword just to kind of get a nice comparison here. Iridium's actually... Can I make iridium? I have, I think, a little bit of iridium where I was lucky getting it, but I don't know if it's actually that amazing. Molten iridium. So iridium nuggets. I may not have enough. I thought I got some kind of iridium something. I was wondering if we could use it to like melt it down inside of our crucible, but we may not be able to anytime. Oh yeah, it's the iridium ore. So if we look uses on this, we can smelt it up for an ingot worth. But unfortunately, I believe the sword requires 2 to make. So that would be a really nice sword, but I don't know if I would really want to waste iridium on that right now. But if we take a look, we got our attack of 6 on our steel sword blade, so that's pretty good. And it has the sharp attribute, which is, I'm assuming, not bad. So the steel broadsword does 8 attack damage, which is a little bit better than, you know, a diamond sword. So we're going to probably go ahead and take a look at trying to make a variant of that very soon. But for today, I think we did pretty good. We went and got ourselves a little bit of iron, thanks to you guys. We're checking out this aspect of getting some resources in, which is not the worst in the world. I definitely will say that. So thank you guys so much for that. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys hit that like button. It really helps me out. Lets me know you guys are still enjoying the series. If you guys have any helpful tips, tricks, or comments, feel free to put them in the comment section down below, and I'll try to get more of these out as soon as I can. But thank you guys again for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.